Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How explicit do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Shamelessly displaying my state of mind, but you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. Ooh, show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Can't you see it's way past time? How explicit do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine.
What? Hold on there. Oh, hello everyone. Petey the Pride Bear had something to say. What? I'm going. Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Pride Month. Petey, you happy now? Okay, back to the green room you go. Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Lauren Michaels Harris, and welcome to the 17th day of June. Junio. Thank you, 7th grade Spanish. I am so excited to be here today. I tell you guys all the time, with the exception of perhaps Fiji. I don't care. I can't think of any place else in the world I'd rather be right now than here with you. We are here in real time, fulfilling the real promise that where two or more of us come together, like-mindedness, something great will happen. And today's no exception. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to share the broadcast out every time you hear that. That's the bell of purpose. What does it mean? It's all of our opportunity to be a part of something just a little bit greater than ourselves. It means that something is on the screen. There's a comment. I need you to get involved, be interactive, share your story, share your thoughts, ask questions, answer questions. Just get in and get involved. Can I get an amen? Yeah, there you go. At this time, help me welcome to the show, like we do every day, my sidekick. She's my version of Ed McMahon. This is Miss Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. Been with me all 5 years of Bathrobe Moments. And we're back to the salted caramel, one that actually kind of tastes like the name and the smell. So 3 for 3 on that. I am also, so excited. Were you here? If you weren't here yesterday, I made a couple announcements. And I'm just so grateful. I think what is greater than, in my situation, I refer to that as God. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. We'll be going to Las Vegas in August for 3 days. I get to speak twice and host 3 private parties for the Star Trek convention. Who would have ever imagined, right? When I used to sit as a little kid and watch Lieutenant Uhura, Sulu, and Captain Kirk and the rest of the crew do their thing on Star Trek, that one day I would be there with the ones that are still with us. I'm so excited. So please pray for us as we prepare to go and change some lives in Las Vegas in August. And I'm also excited. Yesterday, this little thing here, all these pages, this is my interview. I'm so excited. On the cover of Shift magazine for the July issue. All red, white, and blue. I'm a veteran. I'm born on the 4th of July. It was just a match made in heaven, and I'm so excited about that. Thank you to Dr. Robert Garcia of Shift magazine and Warrior Strategist, and also the proud founder of Design Your Paycheck. Today, I'm hoping with our guest, he's a local, and he's a first-timer here on the show, and every time we have a first-timer, I got to give something away. Still trying to pawn off these CDs of mine. My album, Turn It Around, all message bound music, all derived from something that I lived through in order to find my way to you. And so if you're interested in that, keep your ears on, your eyes open, and you might go home today with one of those CDs. Thank you so much. Who is here today? Who is it that's a first timer? Well, he's here in the same town as myself, the beautiful town of Naperville, Illinois. His name is Kevin Nemetz, and he has over 30 years of experience in the consumer product industry, and his areas of expertise include business transformation, go-to-market strategies and execution, top and bottom, line growth, collaboration with alliances, and organizational integration improvement. Now, I am not even reading any more of this because he had 9 6-letter or more words in there, and y'all know the rule. No words over 6 letters. Blame it on public school. That's all I'm going to say. But no, I'm kidding. It's really okay, he's done a lot. Let's put it that way. But what really drew me to Kevin was this other thing that he does that is of service. And we're going to get into that. I've never heard of it. I'm so glad that it exists. And I want all of you, I got to do a screenshot. 127 people are watching from somewhere. And I always forget to say thank you to all of you that are watching on some of the 20 odd endpoints that this show broadcasts on. I only see the comments for you that are here on the Bathrobe Moments page on Facebook. So if you're on any of those other platforms and you want your comments to be seen and heard and acknowledged, your questions answered, just come over to the Bathrobe Moments page and follow us there, and you'll be able to interact live with all the other wonderful people here that are changing lives with their stories. Thank you so much. So without further ado, I am happy Pride Month to all of you. Say something to someone you love today that encourages them to love even more than they already do. How's that? I nearly had a senior moment there, but I will get out of here. To the left, Felicia. So there we go. So Kevin Nemetz, I hope you're ready, because we're ready for you. So you guys, you know what we do in true Bathrobe Moment fashion. We pour into each other here, and we allow ourselves to be poured into. This is a safe space for fellowship and communion. So put your hearts on the screen and put your heart into today as we bring to our stage Kevin Nemetz. Oh, there you are. Sit back. I don't know why I have this thing.
You're taller than me.
Well, I like being tall, or at least playing tall on Facebook.
Sure.
Because I'm not. I'm 5'6". How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
Kevin, I'm sorry, but bye-bye. I don't like people that are taller than me. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, there you go. I'm kidding. At least I didn't do the thing to you where I always tell the guests when we're in the green room, I'm like, they go, is everything looking okay? And I go, yeah. Can you scoot to the right just a little bit? And they go like this.
Yeah.
And I say a little bit more until they're all the way gone. And then I go, perfect. And every time they fall for it. I should have got you with that. That's how you get trial by fire on Bathrobe Moments. But seriously, right. Kevin, a neighbor, doing wonderful things. I don't know why I haven't crossed your path. We haven't crossed paths in Rotary. Are you a Rotarian?
I've been involved and spoke at the Rotaries, absolutely, in Naperville at the Mason Sabika.
That's the one I go to.
Yes. And Hunter Byington.
Yes.
Some good friends over there. Absolutely.
Yes. Alma Jones, our current president
Yeah.
extraordinaire. Oh, so great. A fellow, at least that's how I met him. I spoke there and
Yes.
fell in love and joined. Yep.
Okay.
So, because it's all about that being of service. I wanted something outside of the things I already do inside my brand and inside my home. But I said, I don't do anything in my community. And so that's why it was a great opportunity, and I simply love it. So tell everybody, Kevin, a little bit about your backstory. Where'd you grow up, and where'd you
Sure.
go to school, and what's your family dynamic like? All that stuff.
Absolutely. So I grew up not far away from Naperville in Elgin, Illinois.
Okay.
And middle class. My parents, we had 5 kids. It was all K's. We called it special K's.
Okay.
It was Kevin,
Oh,
Karen,
get it?
Carl, Kyle,
Okay.
and Christina. And when my
Christina
mother
with a K?
all with a K.
Love it.
Yes.
Okay, what are the names again? I butted in.
Kevin, Karen, Carla, Kyle, and Christina.
Lord.
And I'm the oldest, and my youngest sister Christina is 15 years younger.
Oh.
So it's almost like having through my later in life, it was like having a daughter at times. I walked her down the aisle. My dad died very young. I was only 24 when he passed away.
Oh no.
And we went to the Catholic schools in Elgin, St. Edward's High School. And I was fortunate enough to go to Creighton University in Omaha, schooled by the Jesuits. So,
oh my goodness! I almost ended up in college in Omaha.
Did you?
Yes, it was my lifelong dream, but they didn't have ways for foster kids then to really get a lot of the resources. I couldn't even get financial aid because they didn't have a spot on the thing for it. It needed your parents' tax information and stuff. I didn't have it. So I was like, and there was, here's social worker. Will you fill out your tax? So anyway, I had a dream of going to the Oral Roberts University, and because I wanted to be an Oral Roberts singer. Remember those guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Something good is going to happen to you. And I just used to watch them every Sunday and go, I am going to be one of those. I didn't go there, but I went into Up With People. Straight out of high school. So it's kind of the same sort of thing, just without all the religious overtones. So yeah. So you graduated from college, you did all the stuff.
Graduated from college, actually turned Procter & Gamble down for a job initially because I felt like I owed some things to the university, and I had been offered a position there to be an admissions counselor.
Okay.
And talk to college, incoming college students. But you quickly realize that to measure your success, you really wouldn't see it. You would see a number of students coming into the school, and you might have a few of them that you touched, and they felt compelled to come to the university because of what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I needed something a little bit more instantaneous, a little bit more that I could feel like I was doing a good job.
Yeah.
And so I called Procter & Gamble back, and they took me. And instead of going to Minneapolis or Phoenix in a major market, they put me in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, Lincoln's nice.
It was nice. It was a great experience, and then that started my career. And for 13 years with P&G, really some great experiences and some great opportunities and tremendous mentoring. And that's going to be one of my lessons, I think, right now, because I just don't see it happening anymore. I see it really, it's just not there like it used to be.
The mentoring.
Mentoring.
You're absolutely right, Kevin. You're absolutely right. I think that we have kind of strayed, if you will, from those that space where you can just go to people for input and for them to just pour into you. And a lot of people aren't open. And a lot of people aren't accessible. So, open from this direction. Hey, can I talk to you about something? And then nowadays, everybody's so busy. They don't want to get involved. It's all digital. I remember the days when you had a problem or an issue or a concern, and you could just call up somebody and say, hey, you got a few minutes? I need to talk to somebody. Yes. I can't even remember the last time that someone had called on me for that, so I get it. I get it.
Yeah, and it does work, and that's a good point, Lauren, because it's two parties that have to make that happen and make it work. You have to want to be mentored. You have to want to, you have to have the skill over the will. People that have more will than skill. I can teach skill. I can't teach will. And there's a 2x2 matrix that you kind of do that with. People that have high will and low skill, I'll take them every day of the week and I'll work with them, right?
Yes.
But what I learned over that time was the whole idea of listening to these people. I mean, it was part of our performance review was to develop the organization, develop people. And I always told people, they'd say, well, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I sell soap, because I sold in the laundry detergent division. But truthfully, I would say to them, I develop people that develop the business.
That's nice. Now, interesting, because when you say, there's in corporate, it's more of a training mindset. And not so much mentoring. Training is sit at the table, take your notes, watch the PowerPoint. It's data driven in most cases. Whereas mentoring is heart to heart, eye to eye, knee to knee, elbow to elbow, really getting in there, leaning in and creating a safe space for the two-way feed to take place. And that's very important. So take us to the point in your life, because I can't wait. You guys, I'm about to burst with excitement. Seriously. Wait till you hear about this wonderful, wonderful opportunity that Kevin, tell us where it all started with the ticket exchange.
Sure.
And I just think it is one of the most brilliant concepts ever. I mean that.
Thank you very much.
Tell them all about it.
I hope I can do that justice.
You've done it by starting what you have. I'm telling you.
Well, we've always been excited about this. So when you're involved in a charity, we're really involved in what we see from a fundraising standpoint. First of all, there's no mission statement in any charities out there that I've ever seen that have the word fundraising in it. Yet, it basically is like the whole context of a lot of the action and a lot of the work. Are we trying to help foster kids? Are we trying to help cancer patients? Are we trying to help Immerman Angels? I mean, the work that they do is phenomenal.
Who?
Immerman Angels, Johnny Immerman, Immerman Angels.
What's that?
When a child gets a leukemia or a cancer, the first thing they do is they link them up with a child and a family that's already had it.
Oh, that's like the girl who won my competition, the Next Impactor, Tamara Hunter. Wow. She has chemo buddies, and they match people who have new diagnosis with people who are in it or have come through the other side. So they know every step of what to expect. That is wonderful. Absolutely. Okay, keep going.
So the idea was that we were involved in these charities, and most charities are doing a golf outing and an auction.
Silent auction.
Pretty much what we do. Most charities.
Yeah.
And ours was doing the same thing. And, but what we always had access to were tickets. People always had tickets. They would say, Kevin, can you go out and get us some tickets for this upcoming auction? And I would talk to some of my buddies or corporations, and they'd say, oh, I've got a skybox for you because we don't use it. Or, when do you want season? I've got tickets. I'm a season ticket holder. Did you know that through a survey, season ticket holders only use 40% of their tickets?
So 60% are sitting in junk drawers and kitchens and
60%,
stuff.
Well, 20% totally gets scrapped, and the other 40%, they're spending all their time. Lawyers, consultants, companies are spending time trying to figure out who will take your tickets.
I wouldn't want to give them my phone. No,
I know, but I did it too. I would buy, tickets for White Sox, and I wouldn't go very often because I had life gives you detours.
That's right.
So the point of it is there was an enormous number of tickets, and people would call us because they knew we were doing the charity, and they'd say, I've got Jersey Boy tickets for this weekend. Do you think the school would want those? Or do you think, or Special Olympics gets a call from Chicago Bears on the Sunday morning, and it's great. It's wonderful that they do this, but can you really bring the children and the family and coordinate all of that to happen when Special Olympics is saying, hey, let's pay the light bill. we need something that converts these tickets into, that's me.
Oh, I
We
was
need
like, is that our fax machine? Yeah, we
I
still
know
have one.
it's our phone in here. But
okay.
who
No.
that converts these tickets to to real money.
Right.
And so we started realizing that we had a site that people wanted to come forward and donate their tickets when they couldn't use them. So the first set of tickets we received were Carole King, James Taylor. I'll never forget it because they came in, and in about 8 minutes after posting them on a site, putting them on Facebook, we sold them. Now, we sold them for $150 a piece.
Okay.
We didn't charge people the high service fees that they get from normal ticket sites. And of the $300, yeah, I know the service fees are not. It's an ugly scene.
Yeah.
But the service fees, or the $300 of the tickets, we give 90% of that to the charity, and that happened to be the YMCA in Naperville.
Yay.
Okay. So another set of tickets that came very quickly to us were 2 4-day passes to the Masters tournament. The Masters is the most difficult ticket in sports. You can't find these tickets. And
no.
A McDonald executive came forward, had 2 4-day passes, and he wanted to donate it to the Ronald McDonald House. We raised $8,100 in about 22 minutes for the Ronald McDonald House. Because StubHub and everybody else is out there, and why not at least try to market it to something close to what they're charging?
Brilliant.
Because the money, 90% of it's going to go to the charity. So we started off with donated tickets, and we had tickets to Broadway. We had tickets to all kinds of different events that we just never expected.
Right.
Because we started it off to help our own charities, and then we did a couple pilots, and we launched the site. As the tickets became, the inventory was small because we would sell them so quickly and raise the money. We decided to also then play in the same secondary market. And that's the market that we all go to because we're not able to get Ticketmaster tickets very often. They're already sold out for an event. And the reason being that they go to brokers and they go to corporations and they want to sell that out so they can have another concert. So we're relegated to go to, there's a big word, I'm sorry about the word, but
it's okay. You get 3 passes per show.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're forced to look at the StubHubs and the other secondary market out there. And you're right. It's not a pleasant place to be. They mark the tickets up, significantly than what they were at face value. And they charge you like a 24 or 25% service fee. But we go there, and a lot of people go there. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar business. So what we set out to do was disrupt that industry with no one having any anger towards us because we're still selling the brokers' tickets.
Well, right.
We're still selling all the tickets in the marketplace. So we not only have donated tickets on our site, we have 10 million tickets a day, just like StubHub. We have all the same tickets. The difference is we're acting as an affiliate. So the affiliates, which are all these other sites that are out there, receive a portion of that service fee. That's why it's so rich.
Right.
Why it's so expensive. We give half of our affiliate fee to the charity of your choice.
Oh.
So this means that if we get 1% of the ticket market buying on Ticks for Cause, we've raised over $20 million for charity.
Wow.
1% of the ticket market. And
1%.
Why not? What's that?
Just 1%.
Just 1%. It's a $20 billion industry.
What an impact
we would have
can make.
Exactly.
And so I real quick, because it flew through my mind, and I was wondering, are you relegated to, see, I used your word. See, so in this case, it worked. So I'm going to take that pass back because I absolutely remembered it and used it. So you still have 3 on the docket. Okay.
I appreciate
so there you go. So do you see you guys ever diversifying? And what if somebody had travel tickets, airline tickets, cruise things, that something came up and there's a non-refundable thing? You know, many of us say, I ain't getting that insurance. Why would I do that? Nothing in the world could stop me from going to wherever, Fiji. Really, if I had to swim there, I'd go. So, but I'm saying, what if that happened? Have you ever had that? Has anyone ever called and said, listen, I got these plane tickets. I can't get my money back. They're transferable, that sort of thing?
We've had people call on condos or, any type of a Verbo or any type of a timeshare that they had.
Yeah, Airbnb or anything.
As long as the key here is when they donate that item to our site, they're not going to get any money back. What they're getting is a tax benefit letter on behalf of their charity.
The in-kind receipt.
The in-kind receipt, exactly.
You know, you probably don't know this, but I was an event planner for 20 some years, had my own firm, Events by Design, and I specialized in nonprofit fundraising. Okay. So I did because for planners, nonprofit fundraising is considered box office poison, right? Because so many are so unsuccessful. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So I learned a lot about a lot of the things that you're talking about, and I find it fascinating. And you know, the mindset of donations, of how people donate, is very interesting. You know, we're at the point, and have been for quite some time, where a lot of people tell me that they don't really relish writing one check a year to United Way, but they like to spread their donations in the ways that they're able to do it out over the year. So that's what I love about what you're doing. So would you mind, I want to give, you go ahead and finish. When we come back from our break in 3 minutes, I'm going to open it up and let them see the website. So you can kind of walk us through it and explain what's in there. So can you tell me, when did you actually launch the ticket exchange?
The ticket exchange we launched in 2015. The Ticks for Cause with the donation was 2013. So we've been around about over 5 years now on the ticket exchange side.
And how do people find out that you exist? Is it word of mouth?
It was through, that's one of the things is like when you have a passion in what you have in this, we don't have a whole overhead of people like everybody else does. Right. So we were third-partying marketing and third-partying IT and tech and all of this. Sure. And that could be costly, and it's also accountable. Everyone has to be accountable, and you want to form that team. So, but we have used a lot of Facebook. We've got a Facebook site. We have an Instagram site. Okay. And we post those tickets, and people know about it. I'll tell you more about it when we come back. But I mean, as far as there's some really exciting things, and then there's the why. Why did we do this? And I want to give you some background on the charities.
Awesome. Now, real quick, last question before break. Is this just because this is an international audience? Do you ever get things that are outside of the country, or can people outside of the country purchase tickets if they're planning on visiting?
We get both. We've had Olympics tickets, Olympics in trials and different things, because corporations buy these tickets and then they don't want to go to the earlier sessions. They want to go to the later sessions. So we've had people donate their tickets. We had New Zealand Rugby Championship tickets. Wow. We've had Ryder Cup tickets over in France. We've had Ryder Cup tickets, and we've had.
Goodness, I want French Open tickets.
Yeah, we put people. One of my favorite was this person They donated their tickets, and we sold them to this gentleman. And he called and he's like, "Where are these?" And I said, "They're like in a box, and it's a Barbra Streisand concert. It was in New Jersey."
Babs.
Yeah, Babs.
Oh my! I have a Babs doll right up. I'm going to get it during break.
And they only spent, I think they spent $300 a ticket on these, but obviously then that's $600. So 540 of it went to the charity, and they sat 2 rows behind Bill and Hillary Clinton.
Oh my goodness. Listen, if you ever get your hands on Barbra Streisand, and don't judge people when I make this.
I'm not judging you at all.
Them. I'm just kidding. Barry Manilow. I'm just saying. Come on, Mandy, quit playing, y'all. And who else? French Open. Oh, there's so many. Now
we had opening night tickets for Helen Mirren on Broadway in the 10th row. center. We've had, we have dress circle seats for the opera or the symphony in Chicago. I mean, people just know that they, what's a better way to do this? And the real interesting thing about this is if they put those on StubHub, if you had tickets and you put them on StubHub and you don't sell them, you get nothing for it.
Right.
Right.
It just go to waste.
On our site and you don't sell it, you still get the tax benefit.
See,
I don't like that as
hello.
much because it's not bringing charity, but that market,
Correct.
If somebody walked in and gave you 4 tickets and you couldn't use them, you're still going to give them the letter.
That's right. That's right. So do you find now, okay, this is really the last question before we go to break.
Okay.
Do people, that like family and friends and stuff, and around town, like, so Kevin, if you ever get any tickets for, call me first, that sort of thing. And I know people are always sucking up to you for that. And before I go into that, let me just mention how movie star like your hair is. I'm not sucking up though, but French Open. Anyway, when we return, we're going to get into all of the things that Kevin has promised to share with us. But I also would like to know, how did COVID affect what they're doing? Yeah. And are they on the way back? Right. So all that and more when we come back, you guys. Great time to share out this broadcast, be of service by providing this great information to someone else who might be able to use it. So don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment with more of Kevin Nemetz.
Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Hey, today is an amazing So that's important. And I love what you said. This too shall pass, people. It's not permanent. Whatever's going on.
We're back. I'm Lauren Michaels Harris, and we're in the midst of today's episode of Bathrobe Moments. Our guest, Kevin Nemetz, is helping himself to the craft food table back in the green room. While I just want to say thank you to my sponsor for today's show, intentionpens.com. I have my own right here. It can be inscribed, all of the components I chose personally. It's a father-son team with generations of woodworking experience. And not only do they create these from scratch, but they also bless them. They pour intentions into them. Mine is engraved with through me, not from me, because I believe that all of our greatness, all of our content comes to us on its way through us. We are merely the whistle stop. Okay, can I get an amen? And if you, your brand, your service would like, hold on, there's that butter in her. Alexa, please be quiet. Thank you. Remember when you used to have to say her name before she spoke? Okay, if you would like to get your dream on the screen, please contact me. One of my brands is the Electric Revival Digital Content Creation Company. Say that 15 times fast. Where we help you get your message out there. All of the digital content you see here on Bathrobe Moments was created through this brand. So if we can help, just reach out. That's all we're going to do. Let's get our guest back in. We're going to take a look. Hi, Kevin. Welcome back. Is it okay if I pull up the website and you can kind of give everybody a little, walk us through? Here it is.
Sure.
Tips for cause, everybody. So go ahead, get started.
Sure. So the website basically is an invitation to make a difference at no extra cost to you on anything you purchase. And so one of the things that's unique is when you log in to the site, you can actually become sticky to a specific charity. So anything you look at anywhere on our site with any of our tickets, it'll automatically always remind you that you're a member of the United Healthcare Children's Foundation, or you're a member of the U.S. Marine Military Corps, or whatever it might be. That counter was important, Lauren, because that's how much we've raised for charity.
I saw that and I got chills when I read it.
$918,000, and that's cost no one anything.
That is already a legacy piece.
That's to me, like I shared with you, I mean, my corporate life has been wonderful, but this defines my wife and I. This defines the people that have been supporting this for so long and helping us, because this is where we disrupt an industry that is so large, that just 1%, we can be giving 20 million to charities.
Just love it. Love it. And there's also the educational aspect, because coming here, like right now on the screen, what's that word?
Multiple myeloma. It's
a
cancer research foundation. My sister's wife has that. And
did you say your sister's wife? Yay!
Yes, exactly.
Look how happy you made Petey.
Exactly.
Wow.
My youngest. So
wow, that's beautiful. So what were you saying about her? She's
had that before, and they live up in Crystal Lake, and so we choose a charity every month to showcase, which means if you come on our site and you haven't chosen a charity, we're going to try to encourage you to support that charity. So, at some point with traffic and everything else that we may get, that could be a big plus for somebody to have that for a month. We worked with Chance the Rapper, and he has a wonderful charity called Social Works.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Quite aware of it.
And we sold 8,000 tickets for him for the Museum of Science and Industry for a charity event. Yeah, it wasn't a concert. He basically opened up the Museum of Science and Industry for a night, and it was only a $10 ticket. But that's the other thing we disrupt, is the charity events. The event, other companies out there will charge you 20% or so to sell tickets. Okay. And we did it all for 10%. And the reason we did that is we also get all his members that supported him now coming to our site and buying their tickets and making a difference.
Why not? It's a no-brainer, and it makes you feel so good.
And his charity was so impressed, and Chance as well, that they're going to donate tickets when he goes on to concert. And, 2 tickets for 2 tickets for sound check, 2 tickets for this, 2 tickets for that, tickets in the front row.
VIP passes, the works.
And again, we'll sell those proprietary, only us. And we sell those then and we give 90% of that to Social Works.
That's awesome. Now look at this. Look at the opportunities. The variety is just across the board.
Yes.
Concerts, country, pop, rock, rap, hip hop, comedy, other. Sport, every
Absolutely.
sport. Hey, is
All
tennis
sport.
under? Okay, there it is. Wow, MMA, everything you could think of, arts and theater, Broadway, children, family, so forth and so on. And then Las Vegas shows fairs and festivals like the electric, what is that thing? The Electric Light Festival.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is, okay, is there anything on here that you would like me to feature or pop up before I come back completely in with you? While I'm backstage actually navigating.
I mean, you know, all they would need to do is they could just open up any of those right underneath find events near you, and you could open up sports and you would see every Cubs ticket if you wanted, or you would see, you know, I mean, so it's
Who
just
wants to see what tickets. Hold on. One of you viewers, pop into the comments which category you would like me to open just to see if your dream opportunity for entertainment is there, or maybe someone similar. So someone dropped something in the comments. I just want to do it organically. I see it. Hi, everybody. Man, you guys are pouring in here today. Thank you so much. You guys are beautiful. Let's take a look. Okay. Let's take a look at
you can just type it in too, as well as a search. You can put in Chicago Cubs or just
Cubs.
You
can. Okay. So
whatever you'd like.
So here's Broadway. Springsteen on Broadway. Look at all those.
Yeah. And if you're going to spend that kind of money, and, you know, you can open up the tickets, you can see the theater just like you would on any other site. You want to see the tickets.
Oh, so so you can see where you're sitting and all that?
Right. You can see where you're sitting, and it's further down, and then you can buy the tickets. And obviously they're expensive, but keep in mind that you're getting 7.5% or 8%
back.
So here's what I love to talk about is that on a $300 purchase of tickets, without the service fee, but just the $300 in tickets, which is about the average for a ticket site, you're going to get $22.50 going to the charity of your choice.
Kevin, sit up for me. We only see your nose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go. Okay.
I'm sorry. I kind of leaned in there. I was trying to make a, but
that's okay. I know it's passion.
You're going to get $22.50 back. Okay. So
for each $300,
you get $22.50. Now, people always ask me, they say, well, what about Amazon Smiles? Everybody's doing Amazon Smiles, right?
What is that?
For you to Amazon Smiles is a program. When you buy things from Amazon, they're going to put money into your charity. And so the charities come on and sign it. So you can earn $50, for example, on Amazon Smiles. If you spend $10,000, you can earn $50 on our site if you spend $600. So, you know, it's like, this is crazy what some people think, you know, and it's like, so we try to be very transparent on the site. The site tells you everything about it. On a donated ticket on the site, it is already classified with a heart. Like you've seen the heart and you've seen our logo on the site. It looks like a ticket, two crosses of a ticket.
Yes.
And it tells you that if you buy these Cubs donated tickets today, you're only going to have to pay a 10% service fee. So right away, you're 15% less than anybody in the marketplace. And because we can do that, because we fulfill donated tickets. We don't fulfill those tickets.
What I love, Kevin, not to interrupt you, but it's just so important. We don't see so many opportunities where every person involved benefits. Usually there's somewhere in there's an angle where somebody's getting something that we are not aware of. There's usually not so much transparency, if you know what I mean. But I mean, I was thinking about it, 90%, 50%, it's like everybody benefits.
Exactly right. Everyone, I always say everyone has to win or we don't do it. Wow. We've had people come on and say, oh, I've got tickets, but I want 50% of the money if I donate it. No, we're not a broker. We're not a ticket broker. We just happen to have an API and a platform that allows people to buy those tickets. We choose then to give what we earn back to the charity of their choice.
So what happens, Kevin, when you have an overabundance, especially like during COVID, Now it's opening up even where, yes, people can go to things, but some people are still just a little sketchy, maybe a little bit too soon for me. What happens if you have a concert, say this Saturday night, and you still have 60 tickets? Do you call other places? Like, have you ever donated tickets to like group homes or shelters or some other nonprofit? So seniors or something where people can at least use them, or do you just let them? What happens then?
No, we've sold over well, on like we have a corporation that donates their skybox, and we've sold it 98% full by just selling it to their employees. The thing we do though is to make sure that we have other things that have been donated. We're probably 75 to 85% of donations are sold on our site because we continue to mark them down.
I was going to ask that as you get closer to the date.
Yeah, I don't care if we, like somebody calls us an hour before, and and they're literally wanting to donate their tickets. They can still do it an hour before the game, and then we just we look at the price, we look at what StubHub's charging for that ticket, and then we lower it and we lower it, and if we have to sell it for $20, I mean, we have a guy that's donated his tickets for a charity called Snowshoe Arts. It's a wonderful charity that does artwork for children in hospitals and allows them to do their own artwork and things. This charity had, over 1 year of just this gentleman donating his tickets, his season tickets, they raised $4,000.
Wow.
And $20 here, $20 here, $30 here, $40 here. Now look at the Cubs tickets. The Cubs tickets are $200 right now.
Right.
If you're going to go to a Cubs game versus a Sox game, the Sox are still 40, 50, 60, and then you get into better seats, you get more expensive. But the point of it is, if you're going to spend the money, because you do need to get out, everybody needs to get out
and drink
and experience. Here's the classic is colleges should be talking to us because you want to connect with your alumni, right? And they're sitting there sending even my son an envelope twice a year asking him to give, $25 or whatever it is. And he's got loans and he's starting out, and this type of thing. But yet he's going to Lollapalooza, which is a $300 ticket. And oh, by the way, there's $25 that could be going to his university.
There you go.
And if they're not on our site, we can't give it to them.
So what about that new charity that nobody knows about? And can charities come to you and say, we would like to be thrown into the family so that people know that they can do this and donate to us? And where would we find those people? Is there a list or in some place of all the charities that?
Right below that myeloma charity, it said all the causes. And so we've broke the causes into categories. So it's children, it's medical, it's military veterans, it's breaks it into all these, it's religious, it breaks it into all these areas. And we don't charge the charities anything to come on. We don't charge anyone anything really to do this right now. And it's welcoming, but here's why. Let me just give you a couple things about charities, and because I have done my research. I'm still that corporate guy that has to do some diligence on these things before we started this. So there's over 1.5 to 1.7 million charities. Okay,
in the United States or global? In the
United States, yes. This past year, we actually gave like 5% more than we did the previous year. But in the last 70 to 80 years, we're still only giving in charity 2% of our gross domestic product. It's a flat number. So it's never really changed. The only thing that might blip it up to 2.1 or 2.4 is an earthquake or the Haiti earthquake or whatever it might have been, something in San Francisco with that situation. That's what causes people to do something different. And so so that's one thing why we wanted to make this change. The second thing is corporations have always been, since World War II, 5% of the total giving. As much as they're very generous in so many ways, but when you look at the total pie, it's 5% in corporations. Okay, so what can we do there? Well, when the CEO decides to buy his tickets last minute from a broker, if he buys them on our site, he's going to be able to give people things. Why do employees have to go and do these 5-mile walks on the weekend when they've already put a 40-hour work week in? It's great for team building. I totally understand it, and the culture is wonderful. But why not just invite your employees to go out for a weekend and take your family to a game,
Right.
or use the skybox that isn't being used? And yeah, they'll pay for it, but they'll know that 90% of it's going to the corporation's foundations.
Now,
So,
are you a nonprofit yourself?
no, we're not.
Okay.
We raised funds initially on this. We're looking to set up a foundation because some people just give us tickets and they say, give it to who you want it to go to. And so we're going to probably, create our own foundation.
That's kind of what I was hinting at, wondering about. What about, because if someone says they want to be a benefactor and say they put you in their will, they don't have tickets, but they want to give you $50,000 to do what you
would need a foundation for that. You're right.
You see what I'm saying? Because this is a no-brainer. It feels good from the top to the bottom to top, side to side, side to side, corner to corner, and corner to corner.
And over 1/3 of the charities out there make less than $100,000 a year.
Oh, I know.
1/3. 2%.
People picture machines.
Oh,
when
I know.
They come, Susan G. Coleman, United Way and places like, organizations like that. But a lot of the others, I know the Meals on Wheels in Michigan, where they were one of my big clients, and these were 4 little old ladies that ran that whole thing. 700 and some meals a day. And servicing, all kinds of different group homes and assisted living places and stuff like that, all from a hub with 4 little old ladies in there and volunteer drivers. So I get it. So what is the biggest challenge for your organization now, and how can the viewers and the rest of us at large, what can we do to be of service to help those challenges out?
Absolutely. Thank you. The biggest challenge right now is going viral, is letting people know that this exists. It's we have people on Facebook, we have Instagram, but I chose you. I was so grateful that you wanted to listen to this, but the opportunity is there. We know that, this is a $20 billion industry. We know that people go out and buy tickets, and we know that we're going to see a lot more of that in the future. Plus, we're going to get a lot more artists coming forward and giving us their tickets.
Right.
Because this industry better than I do, but we have a group, it's a band called Guster, and they have a charity called Reverb, which is all about the environment. And they work with Dave Matthews. They work with Adam Levine and Maroon 5. They work with Billie Eilish. And they say, we love your charity. How can we help you? And he's like, I don't want to, he's not asking for a check. He's saying, give me your tickets. I'll donate them on to Ticks for Cause on our behalf, and the money will go to Reverb. So we're going to be getting we get tickets that no one else has ever seen. And for people to have that opportunity to come in. What I like to say is, the first place you want to go when you want to go out is Ticks for Cause. Right?
I agree. And Kevin, you have my word. Now, matter of fact, you guys remember Teresa was here on the show. Teresa Griffin, songstress. Teresa has a show, 4 shows actually, 2 each night, Friday and Saturday this week. And my husband and I bought a table of 10, and a bunch of our friends are coming, even from out of state, for Teresa's show, first show on Saturday. So I'm going to let her know, because she's in with all kinds of people, Will Downing, and just all kinds. That's what she does. And so what about people out here listening that may have connections in their family or their circle of influence with people within corporations? How would a person go about getting someone in touch with you? Is there a package they can request to know how it works, to give or forward to someone inside of a corporate structure? How does that work?
Yes, absolutely. You can go on our site and contact us. You can, go, and fill that information out. We are working with the interesting thing about corporations is it works in 2 ways. It's better utilizing their assets that they currently have. Okay. because they do spend it, but they don't spend 40% of their total spending for entertainment. It just gets wasted.
Right.
But the second part of it is it's actually creating more efficiency. For example, Northwestern Mutual has 7,000 agents. Well over half of them have season tickets. One of them happens to be our financial advisor, and he's like, I have no worries. I don't have to find somebody to take my tickets. I just donate them on Ticks for Cause for my kids' high school or whatever it might be. So now we're talking with Northwestern Mutual and bringing them on as a corporation. We have law firms that want to come on. We have consulting firms that want to come on, because that's going to make it more efficient for them.
It's just beautiful.
So yeah. And then, and then that final piece is that, what you're talking about is right. 2% of the charities earn 90% of the money. And the donor retention is only 40%.
Oh, that's a toughie right there. That's right.
100 people giving money to you this year, 60 of them are leaving.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I wanted to ask you really quickly. We have about 4 minutes left.
Sure.
With people now having the opportunity, a lot of people getting called back to work. My husband's a therapist, and he's talking about a lot of his patients are, having a hard time because they're getting called back and they don't want to go. So it makes me think incentive programs, luring people back, saying, come on back. So, I mean, there are a lot of ways if people really start thinking about what they're going to do. It's almost like a toothache. You want to stay ahead of the pain. Right. So I really love what you're doing. There's so much more to this. I really encourage all of you out there to take a look, go deep, dive deep inside, go to the website, Ticks for Cause, and I'm going to make sure you don't miss it. There it is on the bottom of the screen and also on the screen. If you, let's let that run at the bottom. I would really encourage you guys. I want each of you to find one name, one person, whether they are inside of a corporation, maybe they're in the music industry, or they're an athlete, whoever you know that could feed into this wonderful, wonderful opportunity known as Ticks for Cause. Everybody wins. We've seen that here today. There are no questions that have not been answered as far as the logistics and the outer shell. So now it's up to us. If you want to be about something, you have to get up and make it happen. Have those conversations, please, please, and please again. This is a wonderful, I just think it's brilliant. I wish I would have thought of it. I'm not kidding. It's one of the, I guarantee you, before the fat lady sings on this, Kevin, I really believe that you will have left a mark, an indelible mark, if you will, on millions of lives, because you're bringing people into the world of awareness about worthy causes that may have never crossed their paths otherwise, and also the flow of the dollars, so they just don't disappear and aren't being used. If we all could do that, there's many other ways and places that this same methodology could help make this world a better place. But you know what? People can't do anything with an opportunity unless they know about it. And thank you for stepping up and creating something that I had never seen or heard of before. It's a wonderful thing. Blessings to you. And
I do have one mantra for you as I leave.
Okay.
You're so good at this with Elevate. I absolutely loved what I listened to.
Oh, thank you for watching that. Thank you.
Challenge apathy, choose empathy.
Challenge apathy, choose empathy. That means you care. I know. How do you spell it?
You care.
How many letters in empathy?
Empathy's the only.
I know. I count on my.
It's 7 letters.
I'll write it at the store.
7 letters, but it's a great word. I love it.
I do too. And I love all of you for coming today and trusting us with the start of your day. I hope that we've been able to pour into you because your presence has poured into us. Tomorrow, join me when my guest will be Roberto Alvarez Jr., a wonderful story of overcoming adversity, doing things just like Kevin here to change the world one story, one person at a time. I want to meet you guys out front if you're willing tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central so that we can do it all over again. Kevin, I want to say for the final time today, first of all, you have what I call the turnstile invitation. You are welcome back anytime you need to get anything in front of the audience, in front of the public, we're here for you. Thank you for sharing your soul, the soul of your wife, and all of your team that makes this wonderful Ticks for Cause a reality. So I know that I'm going to get all my tickets through you. If they're there, I'm going to keep watching. Is there a way we can get alerts?
There, you want Barbara Streisand alerts? You call. I mean, yeah, I'll give you that alert for the Barry and the Barbara and whoever else it was.
I'm gonna send you my short list.
You let me know who you want to see, and if it comes forward, I'll first place I'll go is you.
Oh, thank you so much, Kevin, and thank you all. You're a blessing. Get out into the world today, and just like here, all we have to do to change the world is to change our own routines up. What that means is incorporate today the ability to change a life through conversation. The next person you meet, if you really try, you can leave them better than the way they found you, and they just might do the same for you. Have a great day. Be the gift you'd like to receive. Bye-bye, everybody. Kevin, thank you so much. Bye, all.
Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Side.